डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Hello friends, welcome to the lecture series on Bachelor in Computer Application paper 105 Microsoft Office Suite. This is our second lecture on Microsoft Word. So, I welcome you back to this session. In today's session, we will learn about Microsoft Word basic features, how to insert and picture and word art in your document. We will understand basic features of Microsoft Word like bullets and numbering, columns, etc. We will also learn how to use header and footer in your document and how to use page break. We will create format different documents in Microsoft Word. We will also learn how to format your paragraph and make use of alignments. So, in today's session we will learn many features. So, directly we will learn all these features by demonstration. So, let us start. So, here on screen you can see this is our Windows. So, we have learned how to start Word. So, just go to Start menu, then Program and then Microsoft Office, and you have to select Microsoft Word. So, this will open or create new document in our Microsoft Word. So, suppose this is our new document. So, here I am inserting some random text for demonstration purpose. So, here you can see we have some random text for demonstration. We have learned that to apply any effect to the text, first we need to select that text. So, you can select this text by pressing shift and arrow key or using drag method of mouse. Just drag text you want to select. Now, let us start with some formatting features. So, here we have formatting toolbar. So, it provides many basic formatting features. Here we can change our font. Font is also known as a typeface and it shows how your text will appear on screen. So, here you can see that we can apply different font to our text. So, here I am selecting text for which I want to change my font and then just select font. It also shows how your font will look like in a preview. So, if I am using this font, then it will show, my text will show something like this. So, this is how you can apply font. Now, suppose I want to change my font size. So, again process is same, select the text for which you want to change font size and just select required size from these. The maximum size is 72. Of course, you can change this size or go beyond 72, but in this drop down list you will see that maximum font size is 72. For example, I want to increase size to 16. Now, we have shortcut key also to increase the font size. So, just select text and press Ctrl Shift and greater than to increase the size and press Ctrl Shift and less than to quickly decrease your size. So, this is one important shortcut key that you can use for applying font size. Ctrl Shift and greater than to increase size and less than to decrease size. Now, let us move ahead. So, there are three buttons here: bold, italic and underline that you can use. So, here is a bold. So, my bold text will look like this. Now, I want to make slant text. So, for that I can use italic. So, here is how my italic text will look like. Now, I want to underline something. Generally, title is underlined. For example, here I am writing now I want to underline this. So, select that and press underline. Now, in larger font you can easily see that this text is shown as a underline. The next thing is alignment. So, Word provide 4 type of alignment: left, right, center and justify. Now, here you can see that this paragraph is by default left align. So, it is something like this. Now, for left align key is Control, shortcut key is Control L. Generally, we provide title in center. So, here how center alignment will look like. So, this is how we can apply center line. It is generally used to apply to a title. Now, if you type a letter, then in from part, generally we use right align or signature may be provided in right side. So, you can use right align that time, but here left alignment will not be in proper manner because we want to align right. So, that you have to remember. Now, justify is generally applied to a paragraph text. So, here is how justify will look like. So, here I am pressing justify button or justify alignment button and it will align your text on the both the side. So, it looks nice if you have paragraphs. So, for paragraph we should apply justify, and shortcut key for left is Control L, for right it is Control R and for center it is Control E. So, here is the shortcut key for left, center and right alignment, and if you press Control J then it is justify alignment. Now, you can easily remember shortcut key. Shortcut keys are given in a such a way that you can easily remember. For left alignment we have Control L, for right alignment we have Control R, for justify we have Control J and for center Control E. Now, moving ahead, here is a line spacing. So, by default it gives line spacing as a 1. So, here you can see our line spacing is a 1. So, to increase the line between space between line, you can use line spacing. So, just click on this. Here you can have 1.5 line spacing, 2 line spacing, 2.5, 3 and even more. So, here I am pressing more. So, it will open paragraph dialog box. Inside paragraph dialog box we can set indent and spacing, and you can also set line and page break. Now, we try to understand what is indent and spacing. So, here you see on screen that alignment we have already used left, center, right and justify. So, this is a indentation. Indentation means this area, this left area is called margin. This is left margin, this space is a top margin, this is right margin and this is bottom margin. So, if you want to provide more space, for example, here I want to provide something like this, then it is called indentation. So, how to provide that? You have to just select text, go to line spacing and more, and here we have indentation. So, for left, for example, I want to leave 0.5 inch space on left side as well as 0.5 inch on right side. So, first we will look at how it will look when I give 0.5 left indent. So, here you can see that ordinary text only leaves left margin, but text with left indentation is 0.5 into that you can see here also in ruler. Now, again go to line spacing and see here I am going to apply again 0.5 on right side. So, you can see that now it is 0.5 from left margin and 0.5 far from right margin. So, this is called left and right indentation, and we can have spatial indentation also. So, it will apply to only first line. Now, I am applying first line indentation as a 0.5. So, I can press OK. So, you can see that first line has a one more indentation, spatial indentation of 0.5. So, this is how you can apply. Now, we see what is hanging indentation. So, just go to that option again. Here I am selecting hanging. Now, first line will be from left indent only, but these is applied to the remaining line. So, 0.5 is applied to remaining line. So, here you can see that first line is from left margin only or left indentation only, and additional space of 0.5 inch is applied to all remaining lines. So, this is how you can provide line spacing and indentation. Now, here you can also decide how to apply space between paragraphs. So, for that you have to select text, go to more. Here I am leaving space. You can see in preview also how it will affect your paragraph text. So, here we are leaving 6 point and we are leaving 12 point afterwards. So, here you can see that before we have 6 and after we have 12 points of line spacing. Whenever you press enter, it will create new paragraph, and each paragraph before there are 6 point space and after there are 12 point space, whatever value you have supplied in these before after. And here you can specify line spacing in one single, 1.5, double, at least. At least means this should be the minimum line spacing between two lines. So, here we go, we just want to select this line, and here I am writing line spacing at least 20 points. So, what will happen that now between two lines there is a spacing of 20 points rather than 1, 1.5, 2.5 or 3. So, this is how we can use line spacing. Now, next topic is numbering and bullets. Now, bullets and numberings are given to, for example, here we have list of courses offered. So, here I am giving few list. So, here something list something like this, and finally, we have so for these we can automatically give number. Now, how to give this? I can just press this numbering. So, it will automatically give number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I am using bulleted list, then it will show disk for these list. Now, we can also change these number format. Now, how can we do that? So, here we have to go to format, and we have to select bullet and numbering. So, I am right now in bulleted tab. So, whatever bullet you want to apply, you just select that. It will automatically apply that bullet. Even you can have your customized symbol also. Now, how can we do that? So, here I can press customize, and from here I can select more particular character like this. Now, remember, these must be available in your, these font must be available in your computer. You may have different list also, so that you have to remember. So, in bullet and numbering, I can use different type of bullets. Now, go to number. Here by default it gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I am selecting that, but suppose I want to give it as a something like this. So, I can select that. Now, you can also customize this format. Now, how to do that? Go to bullet and numbering and select customize. So, here how you can customize this. I want to use square bracket before and after number. So, I just write down that bracket before and after number and press OK. Now, you can see that these numbering is changed as per our requirement. So, this is one of the important features of Word, because you have, if you have large list of items, then it is very difficult to manually give number or bullets. So, it automatically do that for you. Now, next is a indentation. So, here is a decrease indent and increase indent. So, what I can do is I can select this and give indentation directly from here also. So, this will increase indent and this will decrease indent. So, this is a quicker way of applying indent. Now, suppose I want to give outline. So, this is a outside border. If I select this, it will provide outline to my text. Now, you can also customize the outline. So, here is how you can apply. Suppose I want only top border, then I can first remove these and I can have only top border. So, just select this and it will apply only top border to that, and suppose I select bottom, then both but side border will not appear. So, this is how you can apply border. Now, suppose I want to highlight something, for that I can use this highlighter. So, here you can see I can highlight my text, and you can change your text color. So, select text that you want to, for which you want to change color, and then you have to select color. Here you have predefined colors available, but suppose you want to choose your own color, then go to more color and this will open color dialog box. Here you can select many options from these, or you can have custom. For example, I want to use red, but light red. So, I can adjust this to have red. So, here is how your text look like. So, this is all about formatting toolbar. Now, let us try to explore menu items. Now, here first we go to file menu. So, here you can create new file. New, when you press new, it will ask you whether you want a blank document, XML document, web page, but we always use blank document. So, here how you can create a new document. Okay. And shortcut key for creating new document is Control N. Now, suppose you close this window, it will ask you whether you want to save changes to document 1. If you press yes, it will ask you to enter file name. If you press no, all changes will be discarded and nothing will be saved, and if you press cancel, this dialog will disappear, nothing will happen. So, I am just pressing that, but you have to frequently save your file in order to keep your work intact. So, I am just pressing save, and shortcut key you can see here Control plus S. It means you have to press Control and then you have to press S on your keyboard. So, here I am saving my document. Now, when you press save, it will ask you for the first time save as. First time it is only asking, next time it will not ask you. So, here I am saving my document into my document and my file name will maybe introduction. So, I am just pressing save. Now, you have to remember this location where you have stored your file, otherwise you cannot open that. So, I am just saving my file. So, now you can see that document 1 becomes introduction. So, my file name is introduction. Similarly, when you want to open your file, you can just press Ctrl O from keyboard, or you can go to file menu and then press open. So, here by default it will show you my document folder. So, here we have created file is shown. If you create more files, the entire Word document will be shown here, and from there you have to select file and then press open to open that file. So, this is how new, open, close and save works. Now, you want to create duplicate file. Now, suppose I am pressing save. Now, it no more asking for file name because it is already saved, but suppose you want to create duplicate file and want to keep this file as it is, you can use save as. Now, these save as will create duplicate copy of file name. So, you have to provide different file name, otherwise it will not work. So, here previous file name is introduction. Now, introduction 1 is new file name. So, I am just pressing save. So, my this file, that previous file is as it is. Now, new file you can modify without disturbing first one. So, this is how we can use save as, and shortcut key for save as is F12. Remember, shortcut key for save as is F12 key on your keyboard. Now, suppose you exit from Word, then if it is not saved, it will ask you to save file, otherwise it will just close that file. Now, suppose I want to reopen that file, go to Word and in recently open file you can see the list of recently open file. So, I can quickly open my file from these recently open file also. So, this is how we have learned how to create new document, how to save document, how to create duplicate file for our document, how to close your document. Now, close document will not close Word, but it just close your document. Now, we go to edit menu. So, here sometimes we require duplicate copy of file text. So, if you want to create duplicate copy, you can use copy features of edit. So, first select text and then press copy, and wherever you want to paste, just press Ctrl V. You can also reset these number from bullet and numbering. So, here I am selecting restart number. So, it will again start from 1. So, this is how you can also reset number. So, this is how we can copy. Now, sometimes we want to shift our content. We do not want to copy, but we want to shift our content to somewhere. So, for that you can use cut features. So, here I want to quickly move these text to end. So, here I am using cut option. Cut will remove text from original place, and when you paste it will move your text to new locations where cursor is blinking. Now, copy is creating duplicate copy. For example, if I am copying these, my shortcut key is Control C, and to paste my shortcut key is Control V, and for cutting we have Control X. So, when you cut, it will remove from that place, and Control V will move there. So, this is how you can cut, copy and paste. Now, remember that when you copy your text, it is placed on clipboard, that you can see here. We have 2 copies. So, here it shows 2 of 24. So, that maximum copy that can be placed is a 24, up to 24, and it will only paste content which is copied last, remember that. So, clipboard is a place where you can copy your content. It is memory area where your copied text will be stored, and that you can quickly retrieve from here, right. So, this is how you can perform. Now, paste special, this is important features of Word. So, I am hiding this. Now, suppose I am these text as a certain formatting, like these, we have bold, italic and color format. Now, I am copying this, but when I paste I need plain text. So, what I can do is paste special. Instead of paste, I can use paste special, and here I can use unformatted text. So, if I paste is a unformatted text, all formatting will be removed and only text is available. So, this is how you can use paste special. Even you can copy text as a picture also. So, I am just copying this content, and at the end I am pasting this, but here in paste special I can give a picture. So, now it is a picture, nobody can modify my text, right. So, this is advantage of paste special. Now, if you want to paste as a hyperlink, for example, I want to copy this, and at the end I am giving paste as a hyperlink. So, when I press Control and click, it will redirect me to that place. So, this is like bookmark in a web page. So, I have to just click on this control with control, and I can reach immediately between these two places. So, paste as a hyperlink is very useful feature. Now, clear means delete. Now, suppose I want to just remove formatting from these text. So, what I can do is edit and then clear formats. So, it just remove formats, it does not delete your content. If you want to delete, either give clear and content or just press delete key. So, this is how clear will work. Select all will select all the text in your document, so that you can quickly perform some operation on that content, entire content. At that time we can use this select all. Okay friends, in today's session we have learned how to use formatting toolbar, how to create new document, how to save your file, how to open your file, and how to create duplicate file using save as features. And we have learned few options from file menu and how to copy, cut and paste your content. I hope you enjoy this session. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्यायः परमः